Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game of Fury of Dracula and technical difficulties. Oh, wait, no, it's fine. It's all working. We're doing it. We fixed it. We fixed it. It's good. Okay, we're here to fight this guy. His name is RToWin, and I'm not scared. All right, this is gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be like one of the hardest games I've done so far. I don't really understand how to beat the setup. I think I have done it, as I'm sure my YouTube playlist reflects, but. This is the guy who invented it, it's the creator. Surely he will have the greatest mastery of its nuances. And I was doing some character research, and it was telling me that against other people that I respect against him, they have all gone Spain, and I've gone Spain in the past. So I feel like the real answer is everyone just goes Spain. But maybe that's not the best start. Maybe we can do something that's better than that. Or we can just go Spain again because Spain's great. We have two vampires in our opening hand, which makes me think we could do like shenanigans with them. I guess the real question is where would be the first place to go that we'd want to circle back to? And I think the answer is like our first space. If I make it a vampire, let's say I make it Alicante, right? We make Saragossa our starting space. We go there, go to Alicante, hide in Alicante. So then we go 1, 2, 3. That would give us time to circle. Okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And I think it's obvious, but sometimes the obvious play is the good play. You don't need to be tricky. I think especially against the start, there is no point in being tricky just to have them find out that you're right next to them, right? I would rather force them all to move across the map to come get me. I think that's better. There's a shard carriage on me now. All right. Everybody get a hunter event today? Everybody got a hunter event. It's okay. I don't have a hoax anyway, so I guess it's fine if they have a higher concentration than the average. Especially considering the fifth card is also going to be a hunter event. But this is fine. All right. First space is a vampire. Yes. Reckless vampire. You're going to win the game for me, all right, buddy? Especially because we have two of you. You guys are going to do great work for me. All right. Here's a Dracula card. Good, good, good. So am I gonna hide here with like my fog, or am I just gonna move on? I think maybe I'm not even gonna hide. Maybe it's not worth it. Because I would like to save my fog for like more practical use. Like of protecting me. Because what else could a fog do that would be more important than protecting me? Mina has not changed her stuff. She has not. I think we're not gonna fog, actually. I want to save the fog for myself. So that means what am I gonna put in 26? Because I have a lot of vampires, but like I kind of want to stack the vampires together. And that's not going to happen in 26. So maybe we go with like desecrated soil instead. Or like a bodyguards, maybe? We'll go bodyguards. Oh my god, we have this is 4 out of the 5 fighter vampires in my opening hand. Well, I definitely want to try to sack them now, but I'm running out of non-vampire encounters to put in spaces. So we might need to put down another like reckless somewhere else. Jeez, this is a lot of vampires. Like maybe I should have gone to England. I would have had every vampire in existence. The newspaper, well, it was Spain. You were right. I kind of know it's Spain when I don't misdirect, right? If I misdirect, it could be England. How early does he start moving on me? Not today, at least. It's very early if he was going to move. All right, we're going to rumor token Alicant. We're going to go to 12. We're going to put down, I think it's probably got to be a vampire of some kind, unfortunately. Probably a new one, because I'm not going to ambush with it. I want them to search it at night. Or I could go Desecrated Soil now. Desecrated Soil could be good. We'll go Desecrated Soil, actually. We'll save our vampire. No, I want my vampires to be on this furthest place away from the hunters, so they have to move more to stop them. Well, I feel like if they find a vampire in 12, they might just like ignore it and be like, we'll let 12 later mature or whatever. Okay, we're gonna put Desperate, so we're not gonna put a vampire in 12. I've made up my mind. Thinking about his traits a lot right now. It's Van Helsing. I think the value of it being far away is also good for Desperate, so because they're probably like, if they'll have less time to get a second person on there if the first one doesn't have a heavenly host. Being Seward, who only has one event. Might suggest there's a wax cylinders, maybe. Because now he has 2. Could be. mean, it's still showing dogs. Very nice. All right, we put down our desecrated soil. Very nice. Okay, but we now have all of the fogs. I guess I'm gonna place one of them. I guess fog. I really didn't want to draw fog or the fifth vampire there. I would have rather drawn literally anything else. So I could have. I guess not rats. Rats would have also been not good. But like, what am I supposed to do now? I just have fog. Am I gonna fog to like 31? What does that really do? It doesn't really do anything. Like, I don't know. Yeah, fogging 31 is so bad. And putting a vampire there is so bad. It's just all bad. Yeah, she's showing a knife now, not dogs. Move there. I move here. That makes Saragossa a lair. I either hide in Madrid or I go to Saragossa, depending on what the board state is. Does he want to try to cover Saragossa before it's a lair with his horses? Are his horses even good enough to guarantee he gets to Marseille today? Does he even have horses? These are all questions. Man, what am I doing? Am I really gonna fog 31? No, I'm not gonna fog 31. I'm gonna put a vampire in 31, and then I'm gonna put a fog in 30. I'm gonna draw a non-vampire encounter that I can put in 34 when I move there, and it'll all be good. Okay, we're normal moving. We don't want to roll horses. That smells like that feels like maybe, he's now got a charred carriage. Oh, I guess Mia still has hers. Maybe there's a second one floating around. Because if he goes there, he can then get to Saragossa tomorrow via carriage. Or he can just like rail there in 2 days. That would also function perfectly fine for him. All right, we're gonna move here and put down a reckless vampire. Unfortunately. There we go. Bodyguards is what I'm looking for. We can put those bodyguards in Madrid and feel okay about it. Godalming is chilling, but Van Helsing is on the move. Seward's on the move. The newspaper, it reveals Granada. I think that's pretty obvious that Alicante is the one in between the two. It could be Madrid theoretically, but I think that the two of us agree on that not being great, so I don't think it will actually be true that that's what's happening. So we're just gonna rail the 42? Yeah, okay. So now he is in position to go to Madrid tomorrow. Van Helsing could also theoretically get there. I mean, I'm gonna be in Madrid. It's gonna be a party. I guess I'd have to like try to fight Seward. I guess maybe I'm not too scared of the one-on-one this early in the game. But I wish I had a mob and not a bodyguard. I could go vampire in Madrid, but then I can't go triple vampire in Alcant. I think that I would like to save that for that, and then just get 2 damage on this guy. As far as discards go, no crucifixes yet, so be wary of a potential crucifix. But I mean, I think I just have to take this fight with Seward. So I need to be in Madrid. If I don't go to Madrid today, then I go to Santander, and I don't think that's especially good because it's very hard for me to get back to Alicante from there. I guess I could will form today, but like where would I be will forming to? Like it just doesn't feel very good. Like I go Santander, and then if I can't go Saragossa because they moved to Madrid and Saragossa, I then just like hide in Santander, and then I can move forward to Alicante after that. But if I do that, I then can't go to C very effectively. Uh, I think this is okay. I think I just have to fight Seward and hope that Godalming or Mia doesn't draw Agatha today and make my day very sad. Oh, a spy would have been nice. Could have put a spy here. Wouldn't that have been cool? Because I theoretically also could get like Renewed Vigor on today, but I'm not gonna live in fear of the Saturday week 1 Renewed Vigor. That's a losing strategy, is if I just like perpetually play around it. If they're gonna do it now, they would. They're so like they haven't supplied that much. They haven't even got to the whole deck. So I think I should take the chance now versus taking it later. My be positive. Maybe Seward doesn't have a 3 ticket that he can use to get to Madrid today. Maybe he's just gonna go to Saragossa instead. In which case, my original hide plan in Madrid might actually work. Coming is gonna supply. Both the holy circles are gone. Surely this guy comes to Madrid today. Surely. Unless he just doesn't have the ticket for it. Okay. Perhaps he did not have the ticket for it. Both going to be in Saragossa. Oh no, he's going to Bordeaux to block that. Mina is rolling horses with 10 tickets in the pool, and she still rolls a 2. Look at that. Look at that magic. Am I gonna hide in Madrid today, or am I gonna go to 47? Because I feel like they're just gonna go to Alicante. Hmm. Alright, we're gonna layer Saragossa with a spy. It's a hoax. I don't think it's gonna mature. We're just gonna fog. I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared right now. They're close enough now that they could get like a pretty good thing on me if they really want to try. And if they're gonna let Alicante go, I think I do just wolf form back there, and I put down I put down 3 vampires on it, and I then leave. I think that's just the play. Even though I've seen no stakes discarded. I'll go for a new bigger today. Do it. I think I want them to try it, because if they don't have forewarned, it could be very bad for them. But I'm not gonna live in. I guess I did live in fear a little bit. I did put down the fog, but I think that there was like a reasonable guess time in Santander today, unless they think I'm in Madrid today. But they can check both those options with Renew Bigger, and I don't want to get pounced on and killed. I just have so many. I need to get rid of fogs in my hand. I don't want to put down a hoax or a vampire here. So if I'm not gonna put a hoax or a vampire, that means I have to put fog. But it's really thinking. I don't know if he actually has Renew Bigger or if this is all just like some elaborate mind game to make me think that he has it. Although we've now been going long enough that if it is a bluff, you know, you wouldn't need to go this long if it was just a bluff, right? You would go like less time than this. Just I think out of respect, like you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take a minute on every one of my dawns just to make him think I have a bigger. Like that would just be like rude. It's like adding an extra like 15 minutes to the game for no reason. So he must actually have like a consideration to be making here, and he doesn't have surprising return. He's gonna use a newspaper on that to figure out that it's Alcant. Okay. Cool, that was Mina's other event. I guess I'm happy to see that. Okay. So he was just thinking, do you want to use that or not? I guess. Dominic's probably supplying for the last force. Trying double garlic wreath. Okay. What does Seward do today? Does he go to Alicante? Does. Okay. Well, hold on. Fang incoming. We're gonna Fang incoming. Okay, we gotta psych him out a little bit. But I don't know if we're actually gonna have a Fang. We didn't actually have a Fang. Okay. I'm just gonna play Mesmerize. I don't have Fang. It's sad. Alright. We hit him with the good old Mesmerize into the escape play. He's now gonna punch because he's like a reasonable player. I guess because I don't have two attack cards, maybe I should plot, even though because if I play this claw and he dodges and then I don't draw an attack card, I deal no damage to him. I think that's unacceptable. I need to plot here, even though I think he's gonna punch. Yeah, okay. That's unfortunate. I think it was still the right play, because if there's some small chance he doesn't punch, then I still get like now at least I can claw today. Although do I even want to claw if I think that he's going to potentially fang? See, okay, so if I claw there, then I don't get points. Or if I claw, then if I claw when he punches, he takes 2. I guess. God, what if he dodges and I claw? It's really bad. But I guess if I clawed and he punched, that would have been a better outcome for sure. Although now I would have been able to deal no damage, but I could have strength to make sure that I took no damage. Does he just throw his knife out here? I think that I want to be sure I don't die to a knife, which is lame, but it is what it is. He dodged turn 3? Huh. Okay, he did want to avoid giving me the point from a fang. I just didn't have a fang. Joke's on him. I drew the Fang. Unless he's gonna knife now. If he knifes now, I feel pretty silly. Don't play the knife. Don't do it. Okay, good. We did a lot of song and dance, and we got the same result as Fang. Okay, it was it was delayed. Eventually. That took longer than anticipated. And there was a delayed punch in the face to him too. Hello, Van Helsing. You're just gonna supply. Very cool. Goodbye, dogs. Hello, something else. I will ambush Mina with a bat with a spy so fast if she goes there today. Oh, Mina, get spied on. What do you got? Get rid of a knife. Bam! Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh, I'm so glad to see a knife discarded there. All right. Did have a stake. Goodbye, vampire. You served well. Tried your best, buddy. Do I still go there with my remaining 2 fighter vampires? Oh, I guess I shouldn't because Seward's there today. That would be bad. So we'll just layer it in a lame way with the Saboteur. It's very sad. So I have to wolf form unless I'm leaving. I don't want to leave. I would like to wolf form instead. So the problem is they're just going to scan. But I think them scanning is relatively okay. I think yeah, I have to do this. Put down a hoax so that they potentially burn a stake on it or just get delayed. I don't think I'm gonna get found today. Yeah, man, my plans of super Alicante did not pan out. Very sad. But I think that with Mina now down a knife, I just need to keep moving on land. Don't give her a chance to just sit and resupply. Wait, Charred Carriage got discarded. Huh? On Van Helsing, Van Helsing discarded it. Very sad. So he's got a good hand of events then. He's discarding Charred Carriage. How scared am I of getting RB down here? I mean, I think that Seward probably can't get to me. I mean, I guess he could rail and then horse, and actually that would do it. So he could get to me, but he would have to immediately go to Nantes, and I think that 15 looks pretty appealing. Or I could actually be in. I was thinking about going to Barcelona. I was thinking about it a little bit. The only issue with it is that because Mina is going to scan, probably, it gets worse. But if I think that he's going to pounce immediately into France, going Barcelona is good because then I can eventually go back to Alicante as I had originally planned. Oh, this is bad. Okay. This is very bad. I am on a hoax right now. I have zero protection from anything. I could just be dead. Because the new video was kind of telegraphed. Maybe I shouldn't have been so flippant with my hoax placement. I really didn't think they would immediately jump on me today. But they're trying, they're going for it, it looks like. I mean, I can't find, maybe she can check 15 for them. Yeah, okay, it's not 15. She can now check 39. If she checks 39, it's very bad for me. Okay. Van Helsing's gonna supply once. Because he could draw an information event. He did not, thankfully. Okay, good. Hired scouts there, very bad for me. Or evil presence, local rumors. There was a lot of bad hits, actually. Right? Man, Barcelona would have been looking real nice. I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like I'm dying. I'm dying! I'm melting! I'm the Witch of the West. Oh no. I think I would take this risk again though. Oh. Sewer's not getting to me now. Nice. I like that. Okay, he's just going to. Okay, maybe the danger's passed a little bit. I wish I was in Barcelona though. Think of how cool it would be if I had been like, ah ha ha. But I didn't. I was lame. I was scared. I went not instead. But I apparently I wasn't too scared because I put down a hoax and I could still get 2-on-1 today. Mina and Van Helsing could both get there. One, two, three, four. Theoretically, Godalming could get there with a horse as well. And an event of some kind. Like he could sense of emergency and then just walk on. So maybe we're not out of the woods yet. Just gonna quickly read what fog says, right? It says 2 spaces away. In this region. Wolves is 2 spaces away. Okay, she's now checked 54 as well. Well, okay. I'm not there either. I like where I'm at. Now I like where I'm at. Now that I'm in non, Mina's not going to jump on me. Maximum Van Helsing and Godalming. Okay. Van Helsing is here. What's up? Not going to ambush. Can Godalming join this fight with like sense of emergency? Because if he can't, unless Van Helsing has Heroic Leap, I don't know if this fight is great for him. But maybe he does have Heroic Leap and it'll be fine. But like, yeah, sense of emergency gets him in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shared carriage plus horses does it. I think it would require one of those two things. Okay, this plus horse does it. So did he get a third horse in the top Like 30 cards of the deck. I mean, maybe he did. He didn't. Okay. He's just chilling. He's hanging out. So is there a heroic leap then? Feels like it. There's a planned ambush. Okay. Okay, what's in the discard pile? Let's do a quick refresh. We got one knife that we discarded, but there's still two holy bullets, there's still crucifixes, there's still all the heavenly hosts. Okay. He has a planned ambush right now. And he probably has a gun. Could also have a knife or something. I think that I'm gonna play claws. And then we'll see if he is gonna play his gun into it, or if he's just gonna like leave, or what is he gonna do? I had a lot of options there. The combat hand was very kind. But I think that I don't want to mesmerize in case he has Heavenly Host. And I don't want to strength because I don't want him to have. If he Heavenly Hosts me, I want him to take 4 damage here. That's. Or I could have Fanged to prevent Heavenly Host entirely, praying that he does not have a Crucifix, does not have a Garlic, does not have a Knife. I don't even know if it's possible for him to have Garlic. He could have a Garlic, it's only 2 in the discard pile. If he dodges right here, I will consider this a win. But if he plays a gun, it's kind of bad. And he probably has a gun. But maybe he's thinking, does he gun or does he Heavenly Host? He knifes. Oh. Interesting. Does this guy have double knife? Because I would be baited into fanging here, I think, is what I want to do when faced with that. Like, it makes me want to fang. So maybe he does have Crucifix. Or he has second knife. I don't know. I'm going to play Strength. I think he's either going to dodge or he's going to play Crucifix, Garlic, a second knife maybe. He's going to play around me playing Fang here. Maybe I should be plotting if I think he's going to dodge. I don't know. I feel like he maybe has a sneaky Crucifix. I don't think he has a gun. I think if he has a gun, he plays a gun there. Yeah, because if he had a gun, he would play it. He would reduce 4 damage on my house, and it would totally be worth it. Instead, he played Knife because it was the most damaging card he could play. So maybe he doesn't even have a Heavenly Host. Or maybe he didn't want to reveal that he did. He wanted to play the Knife because Heavenly Host is harder to stop later. But I feel like I'm so incentivized to Fang this turn. I'm so incentivized because I know he doesn't have a Knife up. I would heal 2 HP. It would stop Heavenly Host, so I'm worried about that. Maybe he's worried that I'm going to Claw to try to kill him. That would also be a good play by me. Maybe I should have just plotted. Maybe plotting was the real answer. He did have a sneaky Crucifix. You wanted me to Fang there, buddy. I'm not falling for these shenanigans. The shenaniganry ends now. Alright, do we Mesmerize now, or do we just play Fang? Does he dodge this turn because he's worried about... What is his third card? Does he really have double knight? No. I'm gonna Mesmerize. What if he plays Heavenly Host? What if it is a Heavenly Host, actually? I just click Claw here and he dies. If I play Fang into his knight, it's gonna feel so bad. We're gonna play a plotting, and I think that if this plotting goes off, he dies, so he better be escaping this turn. Okay, I should have fanged. Sad. Oh, he almost killed Van Helsing, and we broke his crucifix. It was kind of nice. The fight could have gone better. I took 3 damage. I did 6 damage, but it definitely could have been better. We broke his crucifix. The big, like, we didn't make the big mistake of playing the Fang into the crucifix. That would have been real bad. No, bodyguard. Tell me you have a weapon though. Yeah, he has a gun. Okay, so my Desecrated Soil is gonna go off. I will regain the 3 HP. That's pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna stay on land with that being the case. Now that Van Helsing is so weak, Mina only has 1 item. That's a combat item. Knowing that I'm gonna heal 3 HP in a day, I think I do stay on land here. The real question is, where do I go? I think Paris is the answer. With a vampire, because I want some safety. Lair Granada. We're gonna put the rats there. Sorry, Gyro. And then I'm gonna move to parry with a reckless vampire. Maybe I'll put wolves down actually. Is wolves better? It gives me a lot of info. I like info. No, we'll go reckless vampire. I think there's some chance they could try to go for the follow-up play here and kill me. Do I want to rumor? Not today. We'll think about it. Right, I'm sure Seward did have horses at some point, right? Or did he just rail? Oh, I don't know. He doesn't have horses, actually. He just railed. He moved to 36, and then he railed to... He moved to 37, railed to Paris, railed to Saragossa, moved normally to Alicante. I actually don't know that he has horses. So this Desecrated Soil is not guaranteed. Ah, that's awkward. I really wanted that HP. And my position gets a lot more tenuous if I have 3 less HP. Yeah, the best spot here is if I actually fanged into the escape, right? Because then I potentially kill Van Helsing, I go back up to 13 HP, bare minimum. He had a lot of good events on him, 2 of them now that Planned Ambush is gone. That would have been good. But it's time to pull a Fangs of Fire and go towards the middle of the map. There's no way he has the secondary vigor here, right? That would be crazy. Oh my god. This is insanity. The top 22 cards, he gets both from Vigors. Oh, if only I was sitting in the hot with a fog right now, which I could have been doing. If only I had actually counted Seward's items, knew that he didn't have a horse, and therefore would be okay with knowing I would get Desecrated Soil back. But that's crazy, he got both of them in the top 22 cards. That's insane. At least I'm not sitting on top of Hoax this time. Imagine if I was at 13, though. Imagine if I had been brave and not been worried about the knife and just thrown out of fangs. Okay, don't get a hired scouts here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No! You jerk! It was relatively likely he would draw some sort of proximity event, but now he knows everything. Oh my god. Yeah, I know it's good for you, buddy. I know. What am I even doing now? Mina's gonna have a chance to supply before he fights, so she'll actually have 3 items. Okay. Well, we're in a bad spot now. I think it's pretty obvious. If I was sitting on top of a fog, maybe I would feel okay. But I'm not, so... Am I even supposed to ambush with this vampire and bluff that it's a fog? Yeah, okay, you take a bit to think on top of your huge amount of luck that you've got in this game. Alright, well, luck, I also misplayed. I could have played Fangs into the when he escaped, and then potentially that kills Van Helsing, and he gives me 2 HP. So I didn't play perfectly, but like, come on, man. Second Rune Vigor. They're both like Van Helsing and Mina are both semi-weakened because Mina doesn't have her knife. Van Helsing's on 3 HP. Like I feel like I'm not supposed to go to see that. I'm always supposed to stay on land. I guess I could have gone Le Havre. It's just going Le Havre if he just sits in Brussels and supplies is so bad because then I have to go to Paris anyway. Like I just didn't play scared, and maybe no. You know what? This was the right call. Even if I die here right now, I still did the right thing. Because if I die here, there was there was a pretty good chance. I think above average odds, he did not have the second renewed vigor. And if he doesn't have it, this play is so much better than going to Le Havre. It's so much better. So I think I would still, even if I could go back, I would do the same. Maybe I would Fang Van Helsing, knowing with hindsight that he's not gonna knife. But I think that I would do this Paris play. I would do it. I would do it again, even knowing he has renewed vigor, even knowing he's gonna draw a local rumors with his first supply on Godalming. Although he hit a lot of good hits there. He could have hit any of the 4 hired scouts. He could have hit a local rumors. Local rumors, or not, he could have hit evil presence, which would have been good, but not as good because Le Havre would have been an option there. It wouldn't have been 100% Paris. Uh, but I think this was correct. I think I am going to ambush with this vampire if he moves on to me, because I think that I'm going to ambush it with it when Van Helsing moves on, and I want the extra damage. Oh, he's moving to block because he doesn't have forewarned and he's scared. Wow. I think that's the incorrect decision here. I think you need to try to kill me. I guess me knowing that I have fog changes that math. But this is your second. You don't have any more renewed vigors. Wow. Crazy stuff. Okay, well now is the time. Good job drawing. So there was always going to be an information event. There's no way Van Helsing moves on to me here, right? Does he actually have Heroic Leap and he's going to use it right now? That would be insane. He's not going to do that. I guess he could move on. He could supply and then move on. But I mean, oh, he has a horse. I don't know if I knew he had a horse or not. I don't think I did, but I know now. So he only had knife, crucifix. Oh, so my claw play was good. Yeah. Okay. He did have no gun, as suspected. I don't think he showed his horse. I think he railed and then moved normally to not. So we know where all the horses are. Seward never had one. But now the renewed vigors are gone. Mina's slow rolling on horses. I like that. But is this like a containment strategy right now? Tell me somehow Seward doesn't have a Heavenly Host. I think. Oh! CG. Ah. I have to move into one of them? That makes it extremely lucky Seward has one. Seward has a Heavenly Host, right? Seward has one. Godalming certainly does. Seward certainly does. And then maybe Mina or Van Helsing does as well. But this is why he didn't go on top of me, because he knew he had the CG. Seward does have one. Unfortunate. Okay, he doesn't have one more, but he doesn't need it because I wolf him to not. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Pretty bad. He also has drew a stake. Nice. All right. Well, he also drew CG in the top 25 cards. Look at this guy. He's a regular magician. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Who revealed the third Heavenly Host? Was it Mina? Shit. Oh no, nobody revealed one. That they only revealed two. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. Good. All right, the other question to be thinking about here is who am I moving into? And I think the answer is Van Helsing. I've tried to kill him. But that lets him supply. Is it better if I go to Mina and then make them move into me and then I fight? Like that means that Mina is not going to be able to supply because she's going to have to stay there. That might be better. We'll layer this with wolves. And then that leaves me the option of going to Marseille, potentially. I think this is better. I think killing Van Helsing is relatively unlikely. I guess it does give me something to hope for. If I go there, he's at 3 HP, right? He's at 4 HP. I can then like maybe try to kill him, which could be good. Alright, I think that's probably the move. But I think he probably has great strength. Even though he's only 25 cards deep. Because why wouldn't he also have great strength? Okay, we are looking to kill this hunter here by whatever means necessary. We're gonna claw. He could just play Heavenly Host if he drew it. Which would be bad for me. Because I didn't have a Fangs to play, so I was dead to the Heavenly Host. Even if I had Fangs, I don't know if I'd play it here. I think there's a decent chance I do, actually, because I want to heal. Him playing Knife is kind of scary. Really depends on what item he drew, what it was. There's still Holy Bullets, so it could have been that he drew. Could have been Fourth Dogs. Could have been another Crucifix, I suppose. Imagine if he plays Crucifix round 1 here, I would be so happy. I mean, most likely, I think it was probably just he drew a gun because there's a pistol and 2 rifles in the deck. No, somebody else had a rifle. Who was it? Seward has a rifle. So there's 2 guns unaccounted for. They just dodged turn 1. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, okay. I could have plotted, and that would have been really awesome. I keep clawing. Could have mesmerized there. Didn't have a Fang, but I could have mesmerized. Maybe Mia will slow roll if that's even possible with the tickets the way they are. All right, let's get another point before we die. We have double mesmerize. We're just gonna play mesmerizes. What's our hand looking like? Our hand dictates that we play strength here. He's gonna punch. Because we actually have claw this time. Ooh. He has a stake here. I don't know why he's heavily hosting. I guess deck's about to reshuffle, and he just wanted to guarantee like there would be no weird shenanigans. All right, Mina slow roll somehow, if that's even possible. But I missed a lot of opportunities to heal off Van Helsing. Slow roll me. I don't even know if you can slow roll, but if she could, that would be great. Okay, she didn't. I mean, is there a chance I'd live here somehow? Maybe. Maybe there's a chance. Oh, he's got a planned ambush with his heavenly host. He probably got the last knife as well. Well, I like this combat hand. The deck is doing me a kindness there, at least. Um, what do I try to do? Is Van Helsing just gonna dodge because he's so low? Mina only has one item. She wants to play it on round 3, so she'll play her weapon this round as well. I hope Van Helsing dodged. Mina plays her weapon. If she punches, it's very bad. Yeah, it's very bad. Okay. His planned ambush with Heavenly Host and Knife is so good. I mean, maybe he doesn't actually have Knife. I really hope that Van Helsing didn't just play his weapon. Tell me he dodged. He has Holy Bullets? He doesn't even have Horse. He hasn't gun Holy Bullets? That's... Oh, wow. It's a blowout today. So he doesn't have Knife. Van Helsing did Knife. I was supposed to claw him last turn. Alright, that's GG. He probably... Does he have great strength? I wonder. I'm gonna really hope that he plays his Heavenly Host this turn. I think that's my only hope here, is he plays Heavenly Host. Van Helsing doesn't actually have a weapon that can damage me. Mina has, like, I don't know, the pistol. She probably has a second knife, actually, but yeah, I think it's the GG. But you know what? I died to a CG and 2 Renewed Vigors and the top 25 cards. You know, I feel like I played okay. Except for I could have played the combat slightly better. I didn't blunder into the Crucifix, but I could have played that combat better where I had more HP now, and that gives me more options. I think he probably just, like, I don't know, he dodges with Godalming or something. Hopefully he played the Heavenly Host. I think it's my only way. Yeah, GG. I think I was deterministically dead there, right? Probably. Let's see what the other 2 people played. Did Mina have second knife? Van Helsing drew the last knife. Ah, great strength. GG. Did you have great strength? If he didn't have great strength, I think I really messed that up royally. Their cards. Of course he had it. Of course he also had great strength. The one thing he didn't have was forewarned. But he played with his CG in such a way that even if I have fogs there, which I do, they don't help me. Because I went to Paris, I didn't go to Le Havre. Okay, I believe I had 1 point. I believe it was 1 point. I'm gonna look at the results. I think it was only 1 because I got 1 Fang off. That was it. Right. So Van Helsing wouldn't have died if I had fanged him there. He would have taken 2, used Great Strength. I would have gained 2, been at 13. But then, like, if I claw him in that combat, he dies. He also drew the last knife with his 1 supply, which was very good for him. Does it give me my influence? Yes, 1. Okay, I'm gonna report that. Yes. I wasn't expecting second RB. Expecting. Okay, that's where I'm gonna end my recording there, folks. Another L. You know, we take L's sometimes, it happens. But I stand by my play. Outside of, like the combats obviously could have been better, but I think that you got to make hunters have it in the first. You got to make him have it, and he did have it today. But I think that over the long run, making them have it is a good strategy. Uh, well, maybe I'm getting murdered in the commentary booth right now by Scotsford. It's okay. I feel good. I mean, I don't feel good about losing, but I feel good about my play. I don't feel like I made any like huge mistakes. I mean, obviously the combats could have been better, but combat's combat. Combats are gonna be perfect. That's all for me today. Bye for now.